everyone! I spotted the TARDIS book tag on YouTube and thought I would join in. It was started by Sue Morrow, and I first saw it on Amy and the Blue Box. I'll link both of their channels below. And basically, if you're not familiar with Doctor Who, the TARDIS is his spaceship, basically, which takes the form of one of those iconic British telephone boxes, and he can travel all over through space and time with the TARDIS. So with this tag, basically you've hijacked the TARDIS and you can take it on various adventures through different fictional worlds. So the first journey is traveling back through time, and so you can pick any historical novel. And I went with Sorcery and Cecilia, or The Enchanted Chocolate Pot by Patricia Reedy and Caroline Stevermer. Technically, this is not like straight up historical. There are fantasy elements, which is why I love it so, but it is set in Regency England, and it is fantastic. I totally want to be best friends with Kate, so that would happen. And Ceci, I think, would bug me, but whatever, I'd put up with her. And I so want to meet Thomas. He's such a great character with such a flamboyant personality. And yeah, have some fun and adventures with enchanted chocolate pots and the like. And the second journey is to a medieval time, so pick a fantasy novel. And my pick for this one is Crown Duel by Sherwood Smith. This one kind of has it all in terms of fantasy. It's got a bit of romance, it has a bit of war and battles and that sort of thing. It has a bit of court intrigue, and it has a lot of really well-crafted characters. The main character, Meliara, I'm not sure how well we'd get on, but yeah, I think in the end we'd be friends, probably. And yeah, I think it would be a lot of fun. I loved this book when I was younger. The third journey is through space, so pick a sci-fi novel. Okay, so I'm not a big sci-fi fan. I make no bones about that. I'm much more of a fantasy reader. Most of the books I picked on for this tag have been YA, but these two are both adult. The first one I thought I came up with that I thought could work is Archangel by Sharon Shin. Now, others in this series, I think, develop the sci-fi element of their world, and in particular their religion, more, but this one actually reads kind of a lot like a fantasy, which is probably why I like it. But, I really love the romance in this one, and the whole sort of apocalyptic threat to their world is pretty cool. But it does read more like a fantasy, so if that one doesn't count, then I also have The Host by Stephanie Meyer. Don't judge it by the Twilight series. Don't. This one, I really loved the setup of having two personalities in one body. I really respected the main character, Wanderer. I thought she was a really fantastic protagonist. And I think it would be cool to hang out in the caves where they live, and they've developed this sort of community, and get to know people. And then the fourth journey is to an alternate universe, so pick a dystopian novel where you could try to fix the society. And I don't actually have a hard copy of this one, but I'll put up a picture. It's The Glimpse by Claire Merle. And basically this one, the society is sort of segregates people depending on how they test in terms of their potential of developing a mental illness. So you've got like the pures, and then you've got the crazies, I think. And it's been a while since I've read it. And I majored in psychology, so I would like totally set them straight on a whole bunch of things to do with that. I would also get them into the 21st century in terms of the techniques that they use to treat people with mental disorders, because they were like using some stuff from like the 1950s that would not pass any ethics board nowadays. So yeah, I would totally revamp that system. That's what I would do. And the fifth journey is to a universe with kids. So pick a middle grade book. And for this one, I went with the first few books of the Alice series by Phyllis Reynolds Naylor. As the series progresses, it becomes YA, but the first few books are middle grade. The Agony of Alice, she's in grade 6. And there are a few prequels to the series as well. I love Alice's voice when she's a kid. She has such a relatable, endearing, humorous sort of voice. You can really connect to her easily as a reader, and I think I would have a lot of fun hanging out with Alice and Pam and Liz and being friends with them. And then the last journey is returning to the Earth in present time, so pick a contemporary book. And for this, I went with one of these two. It doesn't really matter. But these are both from the Ashbury Brookfield series by Jacqueline Moriarty. And I love these books to pieces. I've talked about them before, I know. Jacqueline Moriarty really makes her characters come alive. They just leap off the page with personality. I think I'd have fun spending some time at their school. The Ashbury one, not the Brookfield one. You never know with Brookfield. And, yeah, hanging out with Cassie and Lydia and Emily and Elizabeth. But maybe not all at once. So that is my TARDIS journey, and I'd love to hear which books you'd pick and which fictional worlds you'd like to visit. So anyone who wants to, feel free to do the tag, and if you do, be sure and link up so that I can see yours too. Bye!